Hi, thank you, SA Inventors, for the opportunity to speak and share the journey of Kwiktech. Hands up, who likes welding? It's good. Okay, hands up, who likes welding galvanized light hollow steel? Yeah, no one, right? Yeah. Toxic fumes, you need a bit of skill. Duragalv products are not designed to be welded. My name is Nick Schutz, as Eric said, and I created the Kwiktech system. I come from a boiler making welding background and progressed through to becoming a welding supervisor and coating or painting inspector. Kwiktech's educated me through design, experimentation, marketing, testing, and versatility. I'm excited to inform you Kwiktech exceeded my expectations threefold, and the possibilities are in fact endless. From DIY builds around the home to 6 metre high enclosures used within the mining industry, the Kwiktech award-winning system has more than proven itself. All right, Kwiktech was created from QuickSafe over a decade ago. The QuickSafe concept aimed to solve a safety concern around small blow-up swimming pools. The idea was to join standard off-the-shelf pool fencing panels to posts to create a temporary perimeter around a pool, complying to AS 1927.26.1 safety barriers for swimming pools. At the time, I had a 1-year-old daughter and I lived in a rented house in Roxby Downs, which motivated the concept. You can see she's a lot older than one now. Initially, the connection was a laser cut sheet metal pressing that allowed multiple angles. It was my father who suggested injected molding connection. My father's draftsman helped design and draft the first prototype, although injected molding wasn't his area of expertise. Eventually, I purchased a 3D printer, which was new technology at the time, to produce the initial connectors. Waking up to the fresh smell of hot plastic in the morning was a common occurrence in the household. These early prototypes were manually assembled and used personally. Over time, other draftsmen were utilised, and one in particular asked, "Why do you need the connector so strong? It's only for fencing." I guess it was just a gut feeling of mine. I improved the design and had the connectors CNC machined out of the exact plastic I would later manufacture with. Stratco showed interest in the concept and I decided to have injected molding tools made through a Melbourne-based company, PNG Engineering. During this period, I recognised certain difficulties associated with pool fence and bases, fence posts and bases when utilising laser cut, sheet metal, welding and powder coating. These factors collectively increase the overall production costs. So this is one of them right here. So I had to, weld on a base, and then I had a pressing as well that fitted to that to make it compliant. And when you go through the cost and you add it up and you go, well, that's going to sit on a shelf in a hardware store, you go, that's going to be costly. And yeah, so I started to work that out for myself, what would sell and what wouldn't. Upon receiving samples from my very first production run, I encountered a setback during testing. I learnt about the importance of hydrating the units after injected molding to ensure their durability. So when they make these injected molded parts, they can't have any moisture at all. So when it's pumped in, it's made, they come out dry. So part of the process, they will naturally absorb water, and that'll actually increase their strength to what they're meant to be, what they're designed to be. So my learning was, I got my initial connectors in the post, and I was excited, and I went out there and I'll demonstrate how the star picket stopper works. And I just ran out, grabbed the hammer and smashed it, and it just broke. and I was like devastated. I was thinking, I can't sell this. But it hadn't hydrated, so I learned all about that. You just boil in water for 3 hours, but I've got a whole process with the manufacturing, how I accelerate the hydration for then market. So that was addressing the issue, and then my in-house testing proved compliant to AS 1926.1, although NADA accredited testing by Melbourne Testing Services confirmed the results. With Kwiktech connectors in hand, I started to explore the potential for other factors beyond fencing. A game-changing moment was when I realised that the 38x25 cross bracing between two 50x50 posts could be used to create the perfect square framework. So that's this example back here. So there's your 38x25, and they cross perfectly between each other, and they're still in line on the 50x50 post. And that's when Kwiktech was born. All right. Early Kwiktech fabrications mainly utilized the post connector as a click-together connection. This connection was initially thought to be the easier connector for the DIY market. Various small fabrications were created, including curved bike ramps, motorbike stands, and bar stools. As larger fabrications using the connectors became prevalent, the universal connector emerged as a more suitable choice, enabling flat finished joints and cladding attachments. The concept of precise cross-bracing measurements led to development of tables ranging from 1 metre by 1 metre to 2.4 to 2.4 metres in 100 mil increments. So therefore this design would be the same design but bigger in 100 mil height and width, and these measurements here would change, and the tables give those measurements. So when you build square frame, it'll automatically build it square. There's no squares to be made. There's no marking out or anything like that. It's purely just mark where the connectors go. You got your cut length, and it will build itself square. This concept was presented to Bargain Steel Centre, which suggested garden sheds could be a suitable market. The initial gable roof frame design evolved into a skillion roof design, and an impressive first shed was built. Social media ads generated interest, and connector kits sold, with customers inquiring about strength, durability, and shed ratings. To prove the connector's strength in-house, I even built car ramps and drove up onto them as a demonstration. Territory Steel saw potential for a cyclone-rated garden shed, which led to comprehensive testing and engineering. So this testing was like for the connectors in compression and tension. While the initial testing went well, it was clear that the 38x25 members weren't strong enough. So that was another moment where I went, okay, I've got the connector right. Now it's the steel that it fits is not strong enough. So I sat on that for a while, and then I realized if I just slide it through a heavier section and tech screw it, it's going to be fine. So the telescopic fabrication was born, allowing the connectors to remain unchanged while using the 38x25 sections slid through larger hollow metals to achieve more significant builds. This breakthrough opened the door to design sheds, trusses, trestles, enclosures, staircases, and more using the telescopic technique. Government R&D funding played a critical role during this period, supporting design, engineering, and additional testing. two standout connectors within the Kwiktech system are the universal connector and the rail insert. So that's my little hero here. He's the rail insert. I mean the universal connector. And this one here is the rail insert. That goes inside there. So they'll do angles of 0, 11.25, 22.5. And this position here will do 33.75 and 45. And then included would be 90 and all the other angles, whatever they work out to be. So this makes it the most versatile connection. This single coupling can create square frameworks with diagonal bracing thanks to its clever features. And what I do like about it, it's got like a Morse taper design. So that won't bottom out until a bolt goes in it, and then as the bolt does up with the inserted nuts, it'll actually compress in, and that whole chunk of engineering plastic will be like, that's solid. So it actually works really good. So the 60-degree rail insert, designed to fix that 60-degree angle, pairs with the universal connector and was originally intended for pool fence compliance. However, it was found to be useful in a various of designs. So that's this one. So that's using the universal connector again. And then this is a 60-degree. So that just simply fits there. And then obviously the same on the other side, which is handy for trusses. And regarding the pool fence compliance, it was so 60-degree was within the code. If you needed to anchor it to the ground, I could, and then mirrored it up this way, it'd go back up. And that would be my 60-degree, and it'd fall within the requirements of that standard. The post connector, similar to the universal connector, includes two wing-like features that allow it to snap onto and click around a 50x50 post while enable sliding movement for leveling fence posts. So that's this one here. They're both the same. So they just snap on and then adjust up and down. Like that. So that was basically for your posts or your panels that are off the shelf from a Stratco or Bunnings or whatever. They're always going to be square. So because they're square, this will move up and down on your post, which will then keep all your posts square or level that way. All right, so then I had to come up with a method to actually anchor all this stuff to the ground. So the star picket stopper is a unique design specially crafted for star pickets, preventing interference with internal screws, and universal connectors are placed on all four sides of a 50x50 post. The post cap attaches to the star picket stopper with a push and also fits on the end of a standard 50x50 post. It uses the star picket to anchor the post to the ground. So all you do is if you got a post, see that's screwed there. If that was screwed here, here, or here as well, that would fit in still. And then you put a bolt and some nuts on the top of your star picket. You hammer that in, it'll hit the ground, and you keep belting it in, and then it hits onto a little housing within this star picket stopper, and you just click that over the top, and then that's it, done. Anchored to the ground. and then that just can fit on the end. That's not really that useful. All right, so using the telescopic technique with the 38 by 25 RHS through 50 by 50 SHS allows for a flat perimeter with near flat front and back surfaces, enhancing adaptability for various applications, for example, cladding and flashing. So our latest designs are going more towards the telescopic fabrication, where we slide the 38 by 25 through, and then all our connectors are hidden. So, for example, you can make framework as it's meant to be, all square, and then you simply just put some flashing over the top and glue it, and all your fixings and everything are hidden inside, because all your fixings are going this way, and that's the strongest connection. All right, ongoing testing has been essential to Kwiktech's journey. The initial car ramp testing included indicated potential, but it was only the beginning. Extensive tests were conducted by Intertech to AS 1170. I then condensed the data into a 2-page document to aid with engineering Kwiktech structures. So because it does so many angles, I had to test, each angle. So in compression, tension. So that standard, I only had to do 1 test, but I decided to do 3 tests just as an extra security. And part of that requirement in that building specification is I had to hold it for a certain amount of minutes, and it couldn't distort, or it had a certain creep factor. So those results gave me a lot of confidence in actually progressing more and more through this Kwiktech experience. One of the significant advantages of Kwiktech connectors is they don't require weld inspection, testing, or welder qualifications. If a design is engineered and built and build adheres to the design, the Kwiktech connectors properly in place, the structure is 100% compliant with no distortion. Kwiktech connectors are manufactured at Precimax Plastics here in SA, an ISO 9001 endorsed company with specially designed check sheets to ensure consistent manufacturing quality. Nor Metals stocked Kwiktech as I developed the shed range with detailed build manuals outlining materials and step-by-step instructions. One buyer purchased 6 sheds for different locations on his several properties, and I personally visited one of them. It was pleasing to see Ian's satisfaction with the product and its ease of use. While working for Arns at Olympic Dam, a challenge presented itself that required a temporary structure to facilitate blasting and painting a large mill component. I designed an octagon structure using Kwiktech, which spanned 10 meters by 5 meters high. The project was executed successfully with the cost saving compared to scaffolding. DIY's satisfaction is particularly rewarding. Meeting users who have created their own concepts based on Kwiktech's imagery and designs is a testament to its versatility. During my time at High Impact Solutions at the Olympic Dam site, a mobile blasting frame was needed for slag pots. I designed a structure with telescopic sections and rail inserts, which moved easily on wheels and encapsulated each slag pot for blasting. So that particular one was that one there, and that's on wheels. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I reckon that's probably one of the biggest builds I don't know, in the world. It's made of plastic and steel, but yeah, that's mobile. Kwiktech has evolved into a unique industry, bridging the gap between wood and metal construction. Our primary focus is on the DIY market, and we've recently established an account with Independent Hardware Group, allowing us to reach 800 stores across Australia. The easy frame DIY concept will be a driving force in this market, offering versatility and convenience. So that easy frame concept's the card that me lads handed out to you. That's the direction for the Independent Hardware Group. Sheds are another area of focus for us. We aim to develop the right marketing strategy and collaborate with established shed suppliers and steel suppliers, offering advantages like already stocked items that only need to be cut to length for processing. Kwiktech Builds represents a versatile example of engineered and rated structures. This concept has the potential to create a new fabrication industry that relies on unskilled labour for building. Fabrications can occur almost anywhere with standard tools, minimal transport, and a reduction of on-site construction time. This approach also offers potential for handymen to undertake builds for customers who prefer not to do it themselves. Kwiktech Services focuses on providing businesses with problem-solving designs, ensuring that Kwiktech continues to move forward with new challenges and opportunities. In closing, I want to express my immense satisfaction on how Kwiktech has evolved into a certified building connection system. Understanding how Kwiktech works is key advantages, and the compliance benefits it offers are critical to its continued success. Please keep Kwiktech in your thoughts, and I'm more than willing to answer any questions you may have, and always open to the potential collaboration and partnering opportunities. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation. I greatly appreciate your support and the time you've dedicated to attending this event, and the opportunity provided to me by SA Inventors to come and speak with you all.